Hey, what's up, team? Today we're going to be breaking down my $1,487 trade on SPY short. One trade, 3 different sellouts. This is day number 33 of the $1,000 account challenge, and I'm up nearly 30% on my portfolio today. I actually only used about $3,300 on this trade, but I did trade the same day expiration contracts, where I sold out, scaling out a third at 20%, 1/3 near low of day for 45%, and another 1/3 into the low of day drop for 70%. All of the exact entry time, contract selection, trade idea, and stop loss were all mentioned in the alert room before this trade was ever even executed, or as it was being executed. So let's review what we've got going on. SPY here on the daily chart time frame. I know my chart looks messy. Let me just kind of clean this up. SPY here on the daily chart time frame. We know we've been in this kind of downtrend. We see some resistance previously near 390. We hit 390 as a point of resistance yesterday, and then this morning, I'm going to move this to the 5-minute time frame. This morning we get a drop on news. So when this drop happened, what that did was take out of play a lot of stocks that I had charted for the night prior. So I was looking at AMC, NEO, AMD, Tesla, Amazon, Boeing. I was looking at all of those as potential continuation trade ideas, but this drop right here pulled all of them back off of the resistance points, and it pretty much eliminated the continuation idea. So what I decided to do, and what I mentioned in chat, I'm just going to move to the alert room here. I said, good morning, everybody. The morning drop has changed the plans, right? So we have a short and sweet watch list for this morning. I'm just looking to really trade SPY and look for direction on this. Okay, so SPY had dropped, right? We knew that the trend was down and then started to rally. This to me is a bear flag right here, right? But it looked way too obvious to go short immediately on this at the open to bring it down. And experience will teach you this because, well, things aren't always as obvious as they seem. If it's an obvious trade, sometimes you get faked out, and I don't know how else to explain it other than if it's too easy or looks too easy, then it probably is. And the best thing to do is just stay patient. So we know we don't trade in the first 5 minutes anyways. I'm going to move this to the 1-minute time frame so we can get a better idea here of what's going on. We don't trade in the first 5 minutes anyways, and so we got all of this consolidation and chop right here. And so my plan was, if we do drop, like if we rejected right here, my plan was to short under 387. And we didn't get that, and we started to get this run up. Somebody in chat, let me move to the main chat here. Somebody in chat had asked me, hey, could we go long on SPY with a price target of 390 in mind? My answer was yes, but I did not want to go long on SPY because this felt like limited profit margin to me, right? We knew we had big resistance at 390 on the daily. We have resistance at 390 based off of yesterday's price action. We have resistance at 389 based off of the previous day's close and the pre-market high. So it felt like a limited profit margin here. Plus the drop was down. The catalyst, the news catalyst, was negative, right? So I'm looking to stick with what the major trend is, which was down, which is why I did not want to go long, although going long there would have worked for a scalp. Let me see here. Yeah, so it was Hugh who asked, can we target 389 if we break upside? Yeah, my answer was yes, but then I said, I'm thinking maybe it fakes out long and comes down, and that was at 938. So before, like literally as we're getting this, I think I posted that before this candle happened, but as we're getting this breakout, I'm like, okay, here we go, right? This is going to be the fake out long, and we're going to look to short right up here at the top. And I wanted to get an entry in this area with a stop loss just above. And so as we got that move up here, I'm just going to go back to the alert room here because it's easier to see. I said, wait for confirmation, 942 SPY. I took the short entry there. I give you the contracts, I give you the stop loss, 388.75, and I give you the fill, 942, okay? So 942 is literally right here. We top ticked that. We top ticked this. The reason why, again, I took the trade was because, number one, we had the negative news catalyst. That's confirmation one. Number two, the run up here at the open, it just seemed too obvious to short it at the open. Number 3, we knew we had resistance up here. And number 4, this area is don't think of a resistance point as a single level. Think of it as a resistance area. This area was the zone where I knew that we would likely see some resistance. So I went ahead and just went in with size on this trade. I bought 30 contracts at an average price of 1.11, right? And so I said what I'm looking for is for this to reject near the pre-market high area, and that's what we got. So we entered there, held through a couple minutes of consolidation, got the drop down. We were green on the trade here, about 10%. Got the drop down again. So it's 6:40. This is set on West Coast time, but 9:46 on that drop down there. Let's see. SPY short idea now up 20%. That's where I took my first exit, right? So I sold 10 contracts from 1.11 to 1.34. 10 contracts there gave me 20%. Stop loss was, again, 388.75. So 388.75, we'll just draw a trend line there. That was my stop. The reason why I wanted a tight stop like that, because even if it continued to run and then reverse here, I had an early entry. So I wanted to make sure that if I'm trading with size, I was going to stop out if this immediately started to go against me. And it did not, right? So we had a perfect entry here. So yes, exit 1 was there. Exit number 2 waited a couple more minutes. Exit 2 was right here near the low of day, and I mentioned this one as well, right? SPY near low of day, contracts near 40%. It was actually kind of near 50% depending. And I said, we top ticked that. So that was at 9:48. That was where I took my second sell on these contracts. The reason why is because low of day and all of this consolidation and chop right here is always going to be a potential point of support. It did not hold this level as a support, but it's a good idea to take profits there anyways. And then we get the drop down into the low of day, and then the next candle flush even lower. And that's when I just went ahead and took my profits, because our contracts then at this time were up close to 100%. So I mentioned, even the next minute they were up 50%. Experience will teach you this, and here we go. You can look to short the rally. Contracts close to 100% here. So that was at 9:52, 51, 52. And I said you can look to short the rally. I was talking about any sort of rally up from here, any sort of relief rally. So that short would have worked. This short would have worked. I didn't take either one of those trades because I was already up and green on the day, and pretty significantly. So this is the largest gain so far in the $1,000 account challenge, being $1,487. We're back to normal position sizing, team. Hey, look, this is a potential short idea right here. I think if that drops back below 387, that might be money. So we're back to normal position sizing. Prior to this challenge, my normal sizing was anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000, depending on the trade. Yeah, look at that's working out right there, depending on the trade. Hold on, I got to put this out to everybody. I'm going to say look for a reject here. Stop loss is 387.4. Potential short idea under 387. So what I'm doing is I'm just alerting this to you all. Those are for those that are still trading. So what I'm looking for is this uptrend here. Let me draw that out. I'm looking for that uptrend to be broken, and this rally to not break over this resistance here. So it's kind of looking like, I know this is messy, but it's kind of looking like a bear flag. Maybe it's more apparent on the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, so here's your drop down. This is kind of like your bear flag formation. Be looking for the drop under 387 for the move lower. But yeah, so we're back now into normal position sizing for me at least, and I think that with the consistency that we've had leading up to this $5,000 portfolio value, almost $7,000 value now, it's time to probably turn it up some. So you will see me start using a little bit more capital. Up until this point, I've only been using around $1,000 capital. I'll start probably using anywhere between $2,000 and $3,000 capital per trade from here on out. And I know it's not normal risk management strategy or practice, but for me, this is a challenge account, and I'm looking to grow it the way that I want to grow it. And, I love making these small base hit gains, but where I'm at in my trading career, this is a base hit for me. So very pleased with the results of the trade from today. This is the only trade that I took. This is the only trade we needed to take. Just focus on SPY when you got news like that. If the drop seems too obvious at the open, just wait a minute. This happens all the time. Fake outs like this happen all the time. Did we get lucky with top ticking this? Maybe. I don't know if I would consider that being lucky, because we did identify clearly that the news was, the trend was down and the news was negative and the resistance was all here. We had a plan for the trade, so I don't think it was necessarily luck. It was just a really good entry on contracts that are same-day expiration that profited for us really nicely. All right, so if you're still trading, look for this break under 387. We'll see what happens. Take care. Enjoy your afternoon. Press that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next week as we continue this challenge. Thank you for following along. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.